What's up, beautiful people, and welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Crystal and this is Bond Book Reviews, and today we're going to be jumping into my 2022 reading goals. Obviously, I did a video like this last year in, I think, February, which was my 2021 reading goals. So I do want to recap that a little bit quickly just to talk to you about how well I did, whether I succeeded, didn't succeed in those goals. Now, in that one, I split it into reading goals and life goals. I'm going to be doing the same thing in 2022 and having it split into the two different categories. And I will have timestamps down below, which will kind of discuss how 2021 reading life and then 2022 reading life. So if there's a particular thing you want to check out, there will be timestamps down below that you can check those out. But let's just jump on in, I guess. So let's talk about 2021. We'll start with the reading goals that I had in 2021. There weren't really that many. So the first was obviously like how many books I wanted to read. So my reading goal for 2021 was 150 books. And I managed to wrap up the year with 146. So I didn't quite hit this one. I was really close, but I'm still happy. That's a lot of books. I had a great time. Although I probably only got like a top 15 out of that, and there weren't a lot of like amazing reads, I had a really good time. And yeah, I'm grateful that I got 146 books read while having morning sickness, working full time, and juggling life, so I'll take it. The second goal that was on that list was for me to complete Buzzwordathon. If you're unfamiliar with what Buzzwordathon is, I will have a link down below for you. Kayla from Books and Lala has a year-long reading challenge that she does every year where she picks out buzzwords that are popular and you try and read one per month for each of those. I will also have my 2022 buzzword playlist linked for you in the cards above and also down below. You can see I have that all on my shelf here, ready to go. But yes, so that is something I wanted to complete in the year of 2021. And it is safe to say that I did not complete that. So I managed to get 11 of the 12 months completed. Unfortunately, in the month of December, life happened and I did not manage to get a Buzzwordathon book on there. The books that I read in December, none of them had a season in the title. There were other books that I read in the year that had season in the title. So if I was to follow Kayla's own rules when she posted the 2022 list and talked about how she did, she was mentioning books that she read in, say, June that hit the December category. So I technically could say that I passed it, but the rule breaker in me feels like I don't deserve the pass because I didn't read it in the month that the actual category was listed for. The next goal that I had was that I wanted to try and prioritize reading at least one BIPOC or LGBTQIA+ book per month to ensure that I was diversifying my shelves. It is safe to say that I definitely did this. I knocked this out of the park. It became natural to me to lean towards these books, and I read more than one a month. I probably read one of each at least per month. I had a great time. Some of my favorite books this year have been either from LGBTQIA+ authors or from BIPOC authors, so I definitely feel like that is something I'm going to continue to do. It has become part of my natural reading selection now, and that was the main reason why I made that a goal in 2021. And so yeah, it'll just continue naturally in 2022. There were two more goals that I had on my 2021 goals list. The first was to stay on top of ARCs. It is safe to say that I did as well as I could do. I have 3 physical ARCs that I currently have not read, and I have 15 NetGalley reads that I have not read. So I mean, it's not the worst, but I'm not on top of it either. So I'm going to take this as a semi-pass because I didn't let it get out of hand, but ideally I would like that number to be less than that, or if not 0, so that it was a nice like restart for the end of the year. You guys can decide whether you think I passed that one or not. And the last one was to try and read one non-fiction book per month. And this was happening until about June. I think I read one non-fiction a month until June, and then the whole second half of the year, I don't think I read a single non-fiction book. In the second half of the year, I only had the mental capacity to read smutty romances, fantasy, or a thriller that like really just like hooked me in and kept me invested, or middle grade. They were like the only kind of things that kept me really like intrigued in the second half of the year. So nonfiction kind of like flew out the window, and I'm okay with that. I don't need to be a nonfiction reader to feel like I've succeeded. So as much as I was trying to do the right thing and prioritize those, I just think I need to realize and accept the fact that I am a fiction reader with the odd non-fiction in there every once in a while, and there's no need for me to make that a priority anymore. Now for the life goals in 2021 and how I went with those. So the first one on that was how many subscribers I have and how many followers I have on Instagram. So my hope was to get 2,000 followers on Instagram and 500 subscribers on YouTube. And as of currently, I think last I checked, I am on almost 3,750 followers on Instagram, and I have just surpassed the 600 mark of subscribers on YouTube. So it's safe to say there's a big tick on that, and I just want to thank you guys so much for being around and staying around and joining the family. I love having you here, so thank you so much. And if you're new here, then definitely hit that subscribe button and join the family, because I would love to have you around. The next life goal that I had was to be a week ahead in my filming. This lasted for about a month, I think. And then I went back to filming 2 days before I needed to post it, madly staying up and editing it and getting it uploaded the night before I needed to post, which I'm currently doing now. It's Wednesday and I post on Friday. So no, that did not happen, but I really, really need to make sure that happens in 2022, because I have a baby on the way, and if I don't get my shit together, I'm really gonna struggle to do life and YouTube. So that is definitely something I need to start to get in the habit of before the baby gets here. One part of my 2021 reading goals that is a little embarrassing when I was rewatching to kind of check how things were was that I wanted to turn 30 and be okay with it, because I was so in my head about what society thought that I needed to do before I turned 30 and all these things. But I now look at where I am at 30 and I can't imagine my life any other way, and I'm so happy. So I'm just grateful, and I would say that I definitely turned 30 and I'm definitely okay with it. So that is a big life tick. Yes, I succeeded on that goal. Now my goals for 2022 are both similar and kind of polar opposites at the same time. So let's dive on in. In 2022, my life goals, we'll start with life instead of reading like we did last time, is that I would like to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Ideally, I would love to be monetized if I can get that far. I don't know, we'll see what happens. Obviously, with me going on maternity leave in the year of 2022, it would be really cool to have like an extra hobby that can kind of keep me busy, keep me feeling like I'm doing something productive and bringing in some money while I'm at it. So I guess that's like one goal that I have. And I'm gonna go big or go home, and I'm gonna try and get to 5,000 followers on Instagram. So if you don't already follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is linked down below. You can go give me a follow. I definitely post a lot more content on there than I do on here. I post more frequently on there as well than I do on here. And I post more reviews on my thoughts on certain books as well. I don't know why, I just find it easier to do it in photo form than video form. So yeah, go follow me on Instagram if you want to. It's linked down below. I definitely want to carry over the being a week ahead goal that I had last year and try and get ahead on my filming. I ideally want to have one video like queued up, ready to go at all times. Like I want to be filming like a video ahead. That's like ideal goal. Even if I get in the habit of recording on the Saturday to post the following Friday or something like that, I don't know, we're gonna see. But that is like my ideal goal. We'll see what happens though, but that's definitely another goal that I am bringing back into my life goals. And the other life goal that I have is just learning the ability to juggle everything. I'm going to be working full time for the first half of the year, then I'm going to be having a baby in the second half of the year. I'm just going to need to learn to juggle like this new life change that's happening. So that's definitely a priority for me, is to be able to learn to juggle and still manage to have the things that I find enjoyable, like reading or being here on YouTube, or, the other things that I really enjoy doing, including like being part of my podcast and all the other things that I'm gonna have to learn to juggle. So that's definitely a life goal, is to learn to juggle. Now let's jump into our reading goals. So my reading goal this year, I'm being more realistic, understanding that I am currently in a massive reading slump. I'm going to have a newborn and life is just going to be chaotic. So my reading goal this year is going to be 100 books instead of 150 like it was last year. Will I even get that far? I have no idea. It is the 12th of January at the moment. Yeah, the 12th of January. And I've been on the same book since the 1st of January. So I have currently read one book so far in the year. So we're not going as well as we could. But that's fine. I'm still making my goal 100. We're still going to put it out there and see what happens. Again, I'm participating in Buzzwordathon in the year of 2022. So it is definitely a priority to succeed this year and not get my 11 out of 12 months. I don't want to lose my momentum near the end of the year again like I did. So definitely want to make Buzzwordathon a priority and succeed in that one in the year of 2022. And in that same kind of area, I also have my 2022 books that are 22 books that I want to prioritize in 2022. If you haven't seen that video already, I will have it linked for you so you can go and check it out. But yeah, they are definitely books I want to prioritize in 2022. So that is definitely a reading goal for me, is to make sure they all get read. In the year of 2021, I had 21 books I wanted to read in 2021 and I only got to 20 of them. So I'm so determined to complete it this year. I'm like even more determined now because I got so close last year, both with Buzzwordathon and with my priority reading list. So that's kind of like my motivation there. I definitely, obviously, like most readers on here, want to try and continue the series. I am in the middle of like so many series at the moment, it's not even funny. I do have a video which I will link for you, which talks about all of the series I'm currently in the middle of. So yes, definitely want to try and minimize that number and be continuing at least one series a month. That is my priority. And I would love to get my owned TBR, so my physical TBR, down to less than 350 books. So at the moment it's 376 books. So ideally, I don't know why that keeps falling down. Ideally, I would love to get that down to under 350 by the end of 2022. So that's pretty much it. Really basic goals this year, really attainable goals. I wanted to make this easy for myself. I wanted to feel like I could succeed. So I made them doable. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But before I leave you, I just want you to drop in the comments below any goals that you have in the year of 2022 and any additional goals that you think I should be adding to my life or reading goals to challenge myself, because I love your input. So yeah, definitely drop those in the comments below if you have any suggestions. If you don't have a suggestion but you still want to leave a comment, then you can drop a book emoji in the comments down below, because we are talking about our reading goals for 2022. And until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching and happy reading.